Hey, Rain here. Today is yet again another build showcase, and it's Styanax Prime. Today I'm going to show you 3 builds, so let us immediately start. The first build is the Nourish Final Stand build. This build is nearly identical like the other Styanax build I made a couple of months ago. Styanax Prime didn't get any changes, just a stat increase. Same build, right? You're going to build for strength, for range, energy economy, the augment for his fort ability to generate overguard for you and your entire team, and prime continuity for ability duration. You can of course use growing power instead of this if you want to armor strip every time you're going to press your fort ability, and you can of course remove energy nexus if it's useless for something like this. What this mod does is on equip from primary to secondary or whatever, you're going to get 165% increased damage for 3 seconds. This will make his fort ability do more damage. And yes, it works. And that's it. These are the mods. Arcanes, same Arcanes. When you gain Overguard, you're going to release a 3 meter AoE viral damage. That's going to proc 10 stacks of viral. And your fort ability is going to do more damage. It helps you and your entire team. And we're also going to use this thing. When you Vol Latch, you get 150% damage to primaries and secondaries. It also gives your fort ability 150% increased damage, even if it's not a primary or secondary, but it works. So with these two, you're going to do a lot more damage. This is going to prime enemies. You're going to do a lot more damage, and you're going to generate a lot of overguard. That's the build. Now for the abilities, you're going to remove the first ability for Nourish. The Nourish energy multiplier works on your third ability and on energy nexus, so it's going to give you more energy over time, which helps the frame a lot. And that's it. These are the stats, abilities, mods, arcane, and now it's time for me to show you the second build. The second build is the Bright Bonnet build. This build is very identical like the first build, the Nourish build, but instead of Nourish, we're going to use Bright Bonnet. Bright Bonnet, when you toss this thing, it's going to increase your ability strength for you and your entire team. It also restores energy. It's also object, which means we can use the brand new Arcane on creating an object with abilities. It casts a 175% ability efficiency for 12 seconds. This is quite good. So this restores energy, gives us ability strength, and this caps our ability efficiency. So we can forever use our fort ability without relying on energy drops and waiting for Nourish and the third ability to restore our energy to recast our fort ability. It also gives us more ability strength, because this increases our ability strength and we have more mods for ability strength, so it's kind of better when it comes to damage and overguard, and it's comfier in my opinion. You can of course remove this for something like this of course, but I don't feel like using this. But yeah, same build. The abilities, stats, mods, arcane, and now it's time for me to show you the shards. For the shards of Acolyte main free to use, we're going to use 2 yellows for cast speed. He kind of spams abilities a lot and recasts, and triple crimsons for plus 50% ability strength. And that's it. These are the shards, and now it's time for me to show you the second build against the Steel Path enemies. And we're in. So the way this build works, you're going to press the first ability, Bright Bonnet. It's going to increase our ability strength, as you can see right here. It's going to trigger the Arcane, the 175% ability efficiency Arcane. After that, you're going to cast your third ability, press your fourth ability, and start generating Overguard. You have more ability strength, better energy economy, and more synergy. I like it much more than Nourish. Nourish, it's kind of useless. The whole existence with Nourish is energy multiplier, that's it. Bright Bonnet with the new Arcane fixes everything, like gives you more ability strength and better energy economy. It's nicer, I like it much more. Press my first ability, recast my third ability, jump, press 4, generate Overguard. The AoE shockwave that you constantly see, that's the Arcane Truculence, I think that's what it's called. Releases a AoE shockwave that procs 10 stacks of viral. Enemies are going to take more damage from your 4. I like it much, much more. It doesn't matter what content you do, you're always going to have energy. Always. So much. You also don't need to use Prime Flow at all, Equilibrium. You don't need to use some specific companion to generate energy. Just press 1 and 3 and you're good to go. Click, click. You can also armor strip enemies with your second ability to do even more damage. Second ability, boop. Goodbye. Recast, recast. Second ability, jump, toss, and repeat. That's the second build. There's no point of me showing you the first build. It's identical. It's time for me to show you the third build. The final build is the Lazy Tanky Buffer build. The mods I'm using here, we're going to use a bunch of ability strength, as you can see. Energy economy, redirection for shield capacity, stretch for range, you do need a little bit of range, and prime continuity for ability duration. You're also going to remove corrosion projection for growing power. Sadly, I can't because I have no more form. I have to farm that stuff. That's going to give you more ability strength. And we're also going to use the second ability augment, so when you inflict enemies with your second ability, they're going to take more glow damage for 12 seconds, which is quite good for Lazy Tanky Buffer. But yeah, these are the mods. Arcanes, Arcanes, so if something bursts down your shield, you're going to get a massive shield recharge, and you cannot die, so this helps you with survivability. And Arcane, Expertise, 100% ability strength modifiers also apply to maximum shields. So you can see my shield is 5000. The moment I remove this, I lose 50% of my shields. So this is quite good for survivability. It helps the Warframe a lot. But of course, you can remove this for something else. Those are the Arcanes, here are the stats, and the abilities. We're going to remove the final stand for Rhino Roar. And there you go. The abilities, stats, mods, Arcane, and now it's time for me to show you this build against the units. And we're in. So the way this build works, you're going to press your third ability to get some energy over time. You're going to kill enemies to get some purple shields, and overall keeps you alive, right? After that, you're going to press Rhino Roar. You're going to look for enemies, press your first ability to crowd control them like this. Press your second ability to fully armor strip them, as you can see, and shoot. That's the gameplay loop. 1, 2, slam, dead. 1 over here next, there we go. Fully armor strip, slam, goodbye, and repeat. Doesn't matter what weapon you use, all weapons are good. It's a Lazy Tanky Buffer. If you despise the final stand, you're going to love this build. And the most important thing is it works. It works really well. Styanax Prime isn't the greatest Lazy Tanky Buffer, but it works. His passive isn't the most consistent. I wish it was good. It's another critical chance passive, but it's very... how should I say this? Not the most useful critical chance passive. Because you need to have shields, and when enemies damage your shields, you lose the critical chance. And the amount of critical chance you get is worse than Zephyr, sadly. While Zephyr has 100% uptime, 150%, you know, it's a shame. I wish they at least changed this passive into something more interesting, rather than another, you know, critical chance passive. We have plenty of critical chance passives. And I will be honest with you, Chief, critical chance passives are not really passives. That's literally a mod. It's nothing unique or interesting. Boop! Recast. Slam. Boom. But his other abilities are good. Recast, recast. Toss, armor strip, slam, boop. And repeat. Toss, armor strip, boop. Aki boy's here, perfect. Alright, Aki. Yeah, I know. I know. Armor strip the Aki. Slam. Boop. Goodbye, Aki. This literally. Boop. He dead. Toss. Armor strip. jump, slam, boop. And there you go. I believe you guys seen enough. Time for me to leave, boys. And be right back. And there you go. Styanax Prime is good. That's the Warframe and the builds. I hope you guys enjoyed the builds. Leave a like and sub, and of course, see you all next time. Thank you. Goodbye.